Today we hear once again that familiar account of the visit of the Magi to the Christ child. And while we may look upon it as tradition that is told and retold, that will make us good Christian historians, but not better Christians. Rather, we should see the symbolic elements of the story and find in them a message relevant to us today. The Magi are men whose goal is to seek wisdom and understanding so that they might not merely live a better life, but indeed the best life possible. While the Magi don't quite grasp who they are traveling far to seek, still they are drawn to him by a light. They have seen a rising star in the heavens, which suggests to them that a ruler of consequence has appeared on the scene, one who will govern with wisdom, compassion, and justice. And so they are moved to set out to find him, that he might improve their lives. Certainly, the Magi, who were Gentiles or outsiders to the Jews, represent for us those who are outside of the church, or at least not yet in the mainstream of its life. Indeed, there are still those who sense that they could live not only a better life, but indeed the best life. And they have not yet found the answer to that in whatever personal and professional pursuits they are engaged in. Today's seekers are not that much different than the Magi. And we know that the answer to their quest is the same. It's Jesus Christ. But how will today's seekers come to know that? Only by seeing examples of genuine Christian living, not mere affiliation with a church, but rather seeing those engaged in sincere and faithful worship, authentic Christian service, and active, ongoing formation in the faith. These are the three pillars of Christian life. And when one or more are emphasized or missing, sadly, we end up with a rather distorted picture of what it really means to follow Christ. An example that is not either meaningful nor attractive to others, because it ends up being uninformed piety, worship that never moves to service, or charitable service void of faith, or knowledge never made fruitful by application. All of this is not only distortion, it's darkness rather than light. That is the challenge that the Feast of the Epiphany presents to us. That if the Christ light is to shine, it can only shine through those who have been baptized into him and are sincerely trying to follow him. So without doubt, we are called to be that light that guides others, especially those who are seeking something more, and calling them to the only one who can provide that more, who is Jesus. Yet, we cannot do this effectively unless we are developing and balancing these three essential aspects of Christian discipleship: worship, formation, and service, and consequently through those letting Christ ever more deeply pervade our souls, our minds, our hearts. So this feast of the Epiphany presents a call and a challenge to us, especially if we are cradle Catholics, to never be quite satisfied with the state of our Christian lives, but to make a conscious effort to enrich, deepen, and balance these lives such that we might provide the light that can lead other people to Jesus Christ. So if we haven't quite finalized our list yet, why not put ongoing conversion at the top of our New Year's resolutions? Then, through deeper prayer, more fervent worship, further study, and active service, perhaps next year at this time, we will be able to look back in amazement at how much far further we have come in our Christian lives, and maybe even be pleasantly surprised at those whom we have brought along with us.